Hi everybody, it's Christine Bertram. I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, along with Bigger Tigger. He is here. He's very sleepy at the moment, you guys. I don't know, he got worn out somehow. I don't know how or why, but the little guy is actually tuckered away sleeping on that chair right there. You can see a little mound, I think, on a little seat cushion. That is Bigger Tigger. He has this thing with wanting to steal my seat. You know the saying, move your meat, lose your seat? Well, he does that to me all the time. And even if I'm sitting there, he'll jump behind me and start pushing me away. Pets have a tendency of wanting to claim the space that you're in. And so he's lucky because I'm in this chair now, and he doesn't usually go for this chair, but he does like that chair for some reason. So we're here, you guys. I'm a few minutes tardy. My mom left about 15 minutes ago. It was about, maybe 20 minutes ago. It was about 1:45. We worked on a bunch more things, you guys. I'll tell you, I'm going to say it. It was a lot going into the 2 weeks of being gone, and it's a lot coming out of the 2 weeks being gone. And I hope that within the next week or two, things will settle down and get back into a really good crazy rhythm, like the normal crazy rhythm, not the crazy rhythm. So, oh man. So in a nutshell, if you guys didn't watch yesterday, I did the share, create, inspire. So share a recipe, create a card, and inspire others. I did that class yesterday. So I talked a little bit about all the crazy of what was going on this week, but we got 4 classes kitted. 2 classes that would have been normally kitted last week, but because we were gone, they got kitted up this week. And then the 2 classes that are for next week got kitted up. And then so 4 classes kitted. And like when I mean 4 classes, it's not like 20 or 10 like for each class. For Let's Go Fishing, you guys, we kitted up 64 times 4. That's over 220 cards. And they're all gone. There are no Let's Go Fishing left. I wish I would have made 8 more. So 72 would have been the magic number. Going into it, before I left, I had to think of a number. And with who was signed up at the time that I left, there was only, I thought 64, that'll do it. Well, I had 4 people I had to say no to already today. So 64 for that one. You guys, the Naturally Gilded Stamp-A-Stack, we kitted up 48 times 12, right? So that's a lot of cards. The monthly class was 64 times 3, and Let's Just Stamp was 48 times 3. So if anybody has the quick calculator out there to do that math, I have not added up the number of cards, but I want to guess that's over, I would have to say over 1,200 or 1,000, at least 1,000, probably even pushing 1,200 cards if I had to guess. So that's a lot of cards, like kits to like pump out of here in 4 days, right? Especially with just coming back on Friday night really late and then taking a day to rest, a day and a half to rest, and then getting back into it Sunday. So yeah, and then 50 swap cards got mailed. I hosted a swap with Sidelines, fellow demonstrator friends of mine, and there were about 1,200 cards that were swapped out on Tuesday night. Thankfully, I had some great helpers here this week. Carissa and Diane and Judy helped me swap out all those cards. My mom was here this week helping. Diane was here helping me kit. Judy was here helping me with anything. And then we had 3 classes yesterday, you guys. It's been a busy last 4 days, and all of that stuff got shipped out as well. So I'm happy to say things are getting done, but not as fast as I'd like to with the emails. I am looking back in retrospect, and I said to myself, if I've only would have spent 2 hours working on emails the 1 week and 2 hours the second week, I would be further ahead on the emails. But then part of me says, oh, but you also needed time away, right? So I'm still backed up on emails, and now I'm at the point where I like to start. I'm a person who starts at the bottom and works my way up. And now what's happening though is I see the emails in the top, and so now I'm all over the board with replying to emails. So I need to just sit down and for people who need classes or placed orders, those I'm pretty on top of. But if people have been emailing about getting PDF tutorials or getting something that isn't time sensitive, those are the ones that I kind of look at, and then I think, okay, I'm going to one that is a time sensitive one. There's urgency stuff, right? So just know that I'm still not done through the emails, guys. I'm working on it. I feel like I was this happened during the Winter Creative Escape to me too, and we get through it. We always do, slowly but surely, is what I'm saying. So, all right, you guys. So Cindy Runtree is the first one on here. I wanted to say hi to you and thank you for sharing on sharing on Facebook, Cindy. I forgot the word Facebook. Hi, Betty Pyle. Hi, Sherry Martin. Hi, Barb B. Yay. Hi, Donna Grushki. Hi, Susan Bellamy. Susan and Donna, I just got back to you guys today. You guys, I had a pile of mail. It's right here. Like, this was my pile of mail of when I got back of people who sent cards with their payment for classes. And so I have happy mail to share with you guys, but it did take me a little bit to get through and process all that. And so Susan and Donna, I got yours out processed today. Yay. Hi, Linda Hunt. Hi, Debbie Gast. Hi, Zana Baxter. Whoop, whoop, you guys. Zana is who I met in the UK. We met for dinner at a pub. The pub was called Windsor Castle, and we had, well, she didn't, but I did. I had some Samuel Smith's beers. I loved it. It's good to see you, Zana. Hi, Lynn Beasley. Hi, Jenna Helms. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. Hi, Shelly DeArcy from California. Yay. Thanks for sharing, Sherry. Hey, Julie Bierschbach. Long time no see. Yay. Hi, Deb Norman. It's good to see you again, too. I love it. Yay. Hi, Sarah Mitchell. Hi, Angelique McClendon. There's Laura Sullivan. Yeah, stranger danger, right? Hi, Feline. Hi, Lori. Hi, Randy. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Becky Rohr, and there's Connie. Yay, you guys, the gang's all here. Hi, Gwen. Gwen, we owe each other a discussion or a communication of some sort. I've been collecting your classes because of doing a porch pickup to get the frame, right? Now that I'm back, I'm not sure. I know you had surgery right before I left, and so you couldn't get here before, but now I've got some things that are ready for porch pickup. So let's figure out when that works. And we'll go from there. But just wanted to know you're on my radar, Gwen. Hi, Hildy. Hi, Sherry Everett. All right, and there's Michelle Davis. I think I said hi to Michelle already. But yay, I think I'm caught up on everybody. So we are back at it, you guys. This is our first real kitted card class for the month of June. I know Kelly did Paper Pumpkin with you guys. It was the May Paper Pumpkin, and she did it on June 1st. So that was really the first class of the month, but it was more of a kit class. And then today's the 8th, and then yesterday we did Share, Create, Inspire. So already back at it, you guys. This is the third online class. This is the first kitted one. I wanted to say thank you to everybody who took this class and were patient with me getting the kits out to you this week. Normally I would have mailed these kits out last week, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday somewhere. You know, usually when I mail out kits, they're at least 6 days prior to the class. So on a Thursday class, they're always at least in the mail by the Friday before, right? So it gives time to ship over the weekend. Well, with being gone until Friday, I had it in my head that these kits were going to ship out before we left. There's no way that was too aggressive of a goal. So the second best goal was to ship them out on Monday, which we did, you guys. We kitted all of this and the Let's Just Stamp on Monday. And people have been telling me the kits were arriving today already and yesterday. So I apologize for those that don't have yours tonight, but I did put in the email, and I also put in the event that they would be mailing on Monday, which is a little bit later than normal by a couple days. And so I just did that because of not having too much stress overload before we left, but there was still a lot. Hi, Polly Libby. Hi, Linda Scott. So thank you to everybody who took this class for your patience with getting the kits out. I was excited because Ramona Corson, who's taking this class with me, she's in Hawaii, you guys. She had her kit mailed on Monday, just like everybody else. I think I got there at 5:55. I don't know. It's always like at the last minute of the last hour. She messaged me at 2 a.m. this morning, which was her time, I'm guessing because it's 5 hours behind, like 9 p.m. her time. And she said her class arrived yesterday, which was Wednesday, and it only took 2 days to mail to Hawaii, you guys. So I was excited to hear that. So I know the kits were getting mailed out, and some of you have them and some don't. But for Let's Just Stamp, though, some of those mailed out on Monday if they were consolidated, and then some were mailed out today because they could get consolidated with other classes. But there's been a lot of shipping, you guys. So that's a lot of jibber jabber about the shipping, you guys. So I do have just a couple things to talk about. Probably more than a couple, but I'll make them quick, you guys, because I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball on the month of June with some of the things that are happening in the Stampin' Up! World. So just a few things first on this. There is a sign up promotion right now. So if you are not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, discount shopper, or hobbyist, you might think about or consider becoming one. I'd be very happy if you joined my team, the Be Happy Stampers. Right now, you get an extra $30 in your starter kit. So in the United States, it's normally $125 worth of product for $99 plus tax. And right now you get I'm doing the math, right? 150, my eyes are like thinking, $155 for $99 plus tax. So you're getting an extra $30 in whatever you want. So when you build your starter kit, it can be anything except for paper pumpkin, I believe. You can get stuff from the kits. You could get stuff from the clearance rack. You could get anything in the catalog or the online exclusives. You can get pre-order stuff because right now we have online exclusives that are available for demonstrators. So when you build your starter kit, you could add stuff from the pre-order for the online exclusives. So it's a great time to sign up, you guys. The Be Happy Stampers is an amazing community. We have 104 people on the team, which is pretty darn amazing. We're growing every month, it seems, which is awesome. Linda was surprised her kit got here today. Yay. And Lori said, no problem. Awesome. Sharon. Hi, Sharon Lan. You got yours Wednesday. Yes, that's perfect. Hi, Lynn Beasley. Got yours yesterday. So you guys, they're rocking and rolling into your mailboxes, which is awesome. So now is an amazing time to sign up. And if you have any questions, I know a few people have reached out to me already, and they always have questions. You do, and that's completely understandable. What I do lead people to do, Laura said she recommends joining under me. Yay, thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. And Deb said the bees are the best. Yay. I'm going to show you guys, in case you want to read something before you reach out to me, there's on my website, cardsbychrisb.com. If you go to the Join My Team, and here it is. I even took a minute and added in the new $30 thing. I did that, I think. I did that at the airport at London Heathrow, I think, on whatever day that was, before we were transitioning between our cruise and going to Ireland. We had some time to kill in the airport, and we had free Wi-Fi. So I updated it. So it has all these questions and answers. So in case you're unsure of anything, I would suggest, it's a book, you guys. Take a look, read through it. If you have any questions, write them down. What I like to tell people is that I would rather pick up the phone and have a 10-minute conversation with you than to text back and forth all day long or over the course of a few days. If you haven't learned that about me, you know that now. What I suggest people do is, like, if you're thinking, instead of sending one question at a time, I tell people, make a list of what you have questions on, if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 things, and then we'll set up a time that's like, okay, let's chat at noon tomorrow. I'm busy, you guys, but I make time for people on my team, people who are looking to join my team, my customers, my family. I make time for those people that are there for me and that's just how it works, right? So even though I come across as I'm busy for you, right? So this is what I do. And so if you have any questions, like, reach out to me, email me, text me, call me. We'll set up a time and we'll go over anything that you have questions on. I'm always here to help, okay? So never be afraid. Never think, she's too busy for me, all right? Because people who are watching me that are on my team know I'm busy, but they also know that I get back to them, and they would attest to that. So, all right, so that's one thing, you guys, is the sign-up special. The other thing, there's another thing. The discounted price on designer series paper. So usually in June they do a sale, and it has been this consistent over the last few years. June is a designer series paper sale. You get 15% off. So the packs that are $12.50 are on sale for $10.62. So yep, we don't normally work in odd pennies, but it's always usually quarters. But $10.62 is what the designer series paper is on sale for. And it would be the non-specialty papers, you guys. So if you're looking in the book here, hi, Jennifer Jones. This is the section on designer series paper. So the ones that are priced at $12.50, and I'll be honest with you, and maybe somebody who's on my team or a demonstrator who watches me, I don't know, and I'm asking, is something like the Delightfully Eclectic on sale for $30 with 15% off? Maybe Carissa knows. I don't know. Do you know if the Delightfully Eclectic paper is on sale? You don't know. So I don't know if anybody's out there. That's a $30 pack. I don't know if that one's on sale, but I don't think the specialty DSPs are on sale, right? No. Okay. So like the 1250 ones here are on, I'm pretty sure that probably that 1050 one is, but just so you know, that's a good deal to get 15% off. Oh, Linda said maybe the mail volume is down this time of year and that's why our kits are moving faster. Well, I will tell you, they went out really fast compared to at the holidays, because I know that starting the third week of November till like the end of January, it's crazy with the mail. So DSP sampler, or DSP, oh, well, speaking of that, so the DSP is on sale. And I am putting this out there into the world that out of the 72 DSP samplers that were made before I left, I think I have one left. So if anybody, hi Christine Hannon. Oh, Randy says yes, it is on sale. Perfect. So if anybody is still remotely interested in a DSP sampler, reach out to me. I'm again still weeding my way through emails. If somebody has emailed me about it, I would give it to them first. But in case there is nobody that got it, I would have one available possibly. So not the specialty DSP. Thanks for confirming, Angelique. All right, so that's the sign up special. There's the DSP sampler, DSP sale. And then the online exclusives is something else I wanted to talk to you guys about. So 3 times a year, when it's like in between the catalog launches, they are going to be publishing online exclusive offers. And so the online exclusive is set for July 5th for customers to be able to purchase. Oh, Deb said that the Delightfully Eclectic is on sale for $25.50. Perfect. Thumbs up. All right. That's good to know. So the online exclusives start for customers on July 5th, but we had just talked about that if you sign up to be a demonstrator, you could put it in your pre-order. If you are a demonstrator, discount shopper, or hobbyist, you can already order some of the online exclusives. Now, we only can see a few things. There's a one-horse open ride sleigh, something like that. I'm looking at Crystal like she knows. I did print it off, but it's a Christmas stamp set with dies, and then there's designer series paper, and there's also a set of embellishments. And for those of you that are wondering what the Stamp-A-Stack for July is going to be, well, it's actually going to be the first week of August. It's featuring the online exclusives, the Christmas stuff. So, how am I supposed to do that? Because that class is August 2nd. So I was going to call it a Christmas in July Stamp-A-Stack, but the class is in August. Oops, I guess I got to call it Christmas in August. I guess we'll call it Christmas in August. I had it in my head, you guys. I used to do a Christmas in July class, and it always used to be because there was a suite in the annual catalog that was Christmas related. Well, they haven't done that now for 2 years. So I can't pick a Christmas in July suite to do in class. So it might be Christmas in August Stamp-A-Stack. And so we can get a good start on making some Christmas cards, you guys. So, yay. All right, so that's online exclusives. The other thing, too, is product shares, you guys. I have product shares open yet. Huh? Cindy says yes, Christmas in August. Good. And you guys, and since it'll be a Stamp-A-Stack, you're going to make, my guess is what we're going to do is make 4 cards and 4 design, and 4 of each. That will be the plan. That's usually how we do those Stamp-A-Stacks. It's 4 designs and you make 4 of each. And you get the designer series paper, you'll get those little star embellishments, and we'll have to figure out a ribbon set to go with it. So Christmas in August. So product shares, you guys. The product shares, we're in the process of making a few more. I think the plan is to make, hopefully, if I get 2 more people to sign up, we're planning for 5. Jenna says Christmas in August sounds fun. Yay. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So I'm still taking reservations for the product shares, you guys. So the paper, the ribbon, yeah, that sounds right. Paper, ribbon, and embellishments. That was really hard to say those. So in case anybody still wants to get in on that, I want to just share with you, anybody who's looking for information on my product shares. I did a round 1, I did a round 2, and if you go to May 1st, you can read all about what what they consist of. I have to flip my phone this way. And it's the very last thing in this list on May 1st. You guys, May 1st was a big day. So if anybody wants to read about my product shares, I have paper, ribbon, and embellishments where you get 168 6x6 squares. You get 31 yards total of ribbon and embellishments. And so if you want to get the whole thing or you want to cherry pick, you can do that. So just know I'm still in the process of doing another round 3. And so if anybody wants to get in on that, you have not missed out. So, all right, I have my little list. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys. It's technically the first Thursday of the month for me. And normally I pull the names for the monthly card challenge, the class card challenge, the top fans, and the VIP half off bundle drawing. And I did not think to do it in the last 5 days. So we are not doing those drawings tonight. So I am sorry if anybody who's looking forward to hearing the winners announced. I don't have names to even pull. I will pull those over the next, it's on my radar now, it's on a piece of paper. Sherry Everett, yes, you are signed up for all the product shares. I thought you were. I'm pretty sure you were. I'll make a note to double check. So, I will double check. Okay. So, I'm thinking of somebody else that just got them, but I thought maybe it was you. I'll double check, Sherry, no problem. We'll make sure. There's about 3 or 4 people that are already signed up. And so we're in the process of preparing them. So, yeah. So I have here the monthly cards. These are what we're going to make in a moment, you guys. But what I want to do before we start working on these cards, I want to share the Happy Meal that I got from all of you guys while I was gone. All right, so we're going to go through a little stack here, you guys, just to share what I have. All right, so this card is from Jennifer Merle Hampshire. She is a fellow Stampin' Up! Friend of mine, and she's the one that helps in case you guys do the Winter Creative Escapes or the Summer Creative Escapes. Jen is the one that helps me do the presentations and kind of leads the show with me. And so I attended her event down in Indiana. You might remember that that was a whole month ago already. Yeah, it was the end of April. And so she sends a little thing. And it makes me think, oh man, I should do something similar, write a little thank you note. And then, so she was honored to have me. And she makes a card for everybody and sends it in the mail. So this is something that I had Chris is already like, oh man, she's making more work for herself to make a little thank you note and a thank you card and send it to everybody. So yep, on my radar for the next one. She's shaking her head at me. All right, so that was from Jennifer Merle Hampshire. You guys, this one, you guys, is so amazing. It is from Louise Power, who is in Prince George, British Columbia, you guys. I'm so excited I got some international snail mail here, and I'm going to read her note because I thought it was very special, you guys. And I hope you don't mind, Louise. I hope you're not embarrassed, but I thought it was so sweet what you wrote. And you have this little horseshoe on here. It was super adorable. So because this makes my heart melt, you guys. It says, this is a much overdue thank you for sharing your expertise and love for card making. Thanks to you, I am a much more confident card maker and I am happier with the results. I use your techniques with glue, getting all over the pieces ready, getting all the pieces ready and using glue once. I use way less ribbon again, thanks to your techniques. These are just 2 of the many ways you have influenced my cards. And so I thought that was so sweet, you guys. I always feel weird a little bit when I do all the gluing on like 6 or 7 pieces of paper because I feel like maybe that overwhelms you guys. But when I've got a thank you here saying that it's helped somebody else to do it like that, because honestly, opening this and shutting this all the time is a pain in the butt. So I was so excited when I read that, Louise, that you appreciate that extra little tip there on the mass gluing. So very pretty card. I love that you decorated the inside with a piece of DSP as well. So cool. All right, so that was from Louise. Now this one is from Miss Shirley Malarkey. All right, so this one, you need to grab the bow and open it, and it says, hi, sweet friend. And then it's a little bit of a fun fold. So, and she's got a little mouse stamped on the inside, and it says, it's your birthday. And you guys, I know that she did this for me. She colored the pencil purple. She sure did. All right, so there is hi, sweet friend with the little cheese. And she had the perfect little bow all tied on here. So let's see if I can do a nice little one. Nice long tails so that it's easy to retie it. Hi, Ileana. I'm sure that you did too, Sherry. This one is from Susan Bellamy in Lakeland, Florida. She has, oh, you guys, did you see the little things you do make such a big difference? I feel like that was that not the one on here? Yeah, it was. Same set. From that is from the pansy set, I believe. The pansy patch. So this is from Susan Bellamy. So she used that designer series paper from the daisies. That is the ones where you can cut out sections. And so she gave me this one. I love it. She stellaed the flowers as well. It has a little stitched little rectangle over here with some of the white crinkle ribbon. Very pretty, Susan. I love it. Thank you so much. This one is from Miss Faye Godby, and she has the cards where it's from an artist. There's a is a good time to visit Williamsburg I prefer spring or fall. So this is Williamsburg in the summer. So is an artist drew this. So very pretty with a matching envelope. Thank you, Faye, for this card. You guys might recognize this card. This is from Mary Carls, and she made up her Stamp-A-Stack, and it's from the Perfect Pomegranate class that we did back in, oh my goodness, in May 10th, I think that class was. So all out of it, no Perfect Pomegranate left that I remember. But Mary was very pretty. I love your card, and she even decorated the envelope to match. We have another Purplicious card here. This one is from Holly Paplow, and I gotta show you the envelope. Look at that. Happy mail, definition, a hug from a friend in a card. I love it, with some happy faces and purple inspired, like Purplicious. Sending smiles, and then that sending die got used there. This is the Perfect Prince or Pretty Prince paper that was from last annual catalog. And you guys, even her stationery is all purple flowers, and she has purple ink for me. Very pretty, Holly. I love it. And then she decorated the inside to match. So very pretty. And then I wanted to show this to you guys. Now this is from Jenna Helms, and it was the Tea Boutique note cards and envelopes here, right? So it matches. And something as simple as just using the note card and not putting anything on it and still sending a pretty card. So even if you think, oh my gosh, I don't have a really pretty handmade card ready to go out the door, even using something like this was just fun. I don't want to show the address, but even something showing, sending something like this is just fun to get in the mail. So Jenna, I appreciate this. I got your scavenger hunt. Yay. Speaking of scavenger hunts, you guys, I did a little boo-boo on the end of the month buzzing by. I said the scavenger hunts were due on May 31st. Well, they're not. For those of you who read my email or saw my post, they're actually, and saw it, it says June 30th. I just did my end of the month. I scheduled it. And last year they were due on May 31st. And so that's what I had in my head from years past. So I've gotten all these in already. So that's awesome. So the scavenger hunts, you can continue to keep having them roll on in, you guys. Hi, Gwen Simmons from SoCal. Just was watching the recipe card on replay. Awesome. Yay. Okay, this is from Cindy Runtree, you guys. A beautiful card using the Dainty Delight dies here. Just wanted to say hello. Using some purple and yellow flowers and Old Olive for the green. I believe that's Old Olive. Very pretty, Cindy. This one is from Miss Carmen Melendez. And I love it. It's the art set. I think it's called Crafting with You. And she has the flowers like somebody's drawing it, and then the love and like the little paintbrushes. I thought this was super clever. I love it. So the Crafting with You, and featuring Misty Moonlight, Boho Blue, and a little pop of Flirty Flamingo there. I think copper clay was probably used for stamping the outline, and some of the radiating stitch dies. So very, very nice layout here. Thank you for that, Carmen. This one is from Laurel Maglick. She's doing a bingo with me this month, and she sent me the little, made me chuckle, you guys, because the poor little mouse got stuck in the chocolate dip, and he came out, and that one's looking at him like, I think I want to lick you off too. So very cute. So that's from Laurel. You guys, are you ready for this one? This is from Miss Sherry Everett. Sherry, talk about a 10-pound card, you guys. This came in the mail, and the envelope was that thick. And I looked at it. You have 3 stamps on there. Are you ready for it, guys? All right, so you got a little vellum. This is the, it was the annual catalog, ink, paper, scissors from August of last year.
Expressions in ink.
No, that was artistically inked. This one was a Wash and Beauty. Yes, I was trying to blank. A Wash and Beauty. This was some of my favorite designer series paper. That back here, that layer that's back there, so pretty. Okay, and then the diorama dies. Are you guys ready? Watch this. Boom. That's like a card in a card. Yeah, look at that. And it's so perfect, Sherry. You made it like precise. When you open this up, there's no flaws or hesitation. Sometimes when you make it, it can get caught, and this opens up and it shuts precisely, perfectly. It's so awesome. Hi, Vera Anderson. You haven't missed much. We're going through Happy Mail. Oh, I'm glad that you got to go downtown and enjoy Harborfest. That sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, Angelique had it too, a Wash and Beauty. You guys got it. But look at that. It's so awesome. So you did such a great job. And if you look on the inside, you guys, there's like a score line going this way and a score line going that way. So it's not crazy how to make this card. So someday we'll do a technique like Thursday again, and that will be a card that we'll show you guys. All right, so this one comes from Miss Sharon Davis. She used the mixed berry set that was part of sale-a-bration, and then that strawberry set from a couple years ago, and then a postage stamp. I like the layout that you have here with the postage stamps and the four corners. And so that one is from Miss Sharon Davis. And last on my pile is Judy Sharp. I believe this is Judy Sharp's, yes. Judy Sharp sent this card. I was critiquing this one. Not critiquing it, I shouldn't say that. I was observing how you did this. Not critiquing it, like don't make it like bad. I was trying to figure out what you did because I look at the back here and it's got a little flap of designer paper on a piece of cardstock. And then it's like this comes out this way and it folds back, and then you have in here sandwiched two lines of paper. So I was really observing what you did, and I like the concept of this. And I actually thought to myself, well, I could use a full, like, so when I do a sale-a-bration class and use the paper that you get for free, this would be a cool fun fold, like having the whole piece of DSP come this way, and then flap back like that. So it wouldn't be that crazy of a fun fold, but very pretty using the expressions in ink. And I bet you any money that this from here to there and back is 6 inches. So it uses up the whole sheet of paper, and it allows you to see the front and the back. So I was very loving on this card. The Garden of Eden, or the Eden's Garden die here got used, and some soft seafoam ribbon. And what she sent in here is some information on the Hive, which is in Woodland, California. It is now on my bucket list to go to. She sent me information on the place called the Hive and a little sticker. And so someday in the future, I want to get out and visit this. I love the Hive and like honey inspired products. So this, I'm keeping this so that I have this when I get out into that neck of woods. Okay, so you guys, that concludes our segment of the Happy Mail. Now, so Gwen said that she was just watching the recipe card on replay. So speaking of the recipe card, so yeah, that was awesome, Happy Mail, Cindy. I totally agree. The recipe is now shared out on the Facebook event. It's also on the event in my website, and I'm also sending an email, you guys, and it might have already got sent out with all the recipe instructions from Jean Maxwell. And I have here, Kelly's in the process of watermarking the cards, but once they're watermarked, we'll also share these in the Facebook event so that you guys can see. So this was Jean's card that she made, and then that is the card that I made yesterday. So you guys can watch this. If you want to get in on the contest for the drawing, make sure to go into the event and share your cards by next week, Wednesday, June 14th. And then on top of it, you guys, her delightful husband also tested out her instructions, and he made this card. So I thought that was super cool that she shared a picture of him. He's very proud of his card. So I showed this to my mom, and my mom said, "Oh, they're from Hilton Head, South Carolina." And I'm like, no, that's just a shirt I'm sure he got there. So, all right. So that's a little bit about what's happening in the world right now, I guess. All right, let's get making some cards. I think we're ready to do some Thursday night stamping, you guys. It has been a long time since I stamped with you. I feel like it's been 3 weeks because it was May 17th, I think was the last time I did the online class. So what do we want to make first? I think the beer card. Let's go with that. Okay, so we'll save the monkeys for last, and hey, hey, more the monkeys, and we'll do that in the middle. So I just happened to pull all my stuff as we were kidding yesterday. My stuff just got put all in a pile. Of course, I picked the middle one, so let's see if I can get everything out of here. So if you get kits from me, if you're new to watching me, you don't know what's going on, every class that I do via a YouTube video is free, in an essence, to watch. It does not cost anything to watch my YouTube videos, right? I don't charge. There's no like secret room that you have to get into. What costs money is if you want kits mailed to you. And I do have plenty of this kit. Oh, we got to do roll call. I have a lot of this class left, actually, you guys. I believe that I have a lot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 left, okay? So if anybody's watching tonight or in the near future, Gwen voted for the beer card too. I have plenty. And so if you think you missed out on this one, you didn't. If any of them scared you from seeing them in the picture, or you're like, oh, I don't like the beer one, I don't know anybody that drinks, or I don't like the monkey one. So you have to always remember it's who you're giving the card to, right? And kids love monkeys. And if you don't have the beer set, you could always use something else. And I'm gonna look and hopefully I'm doing roll call right now. We're on the same wavelength. So if you don't like beer, or you're not around people who like beer, you could use it for something else. I gave you a piece of vanilla paper and you could stamp something else on it. It's the layout that's there for you to start with. So we'll talk about that. But roll call. All right. Julie Bierschbach, Donna Gruschke, Karen Wetstein, Frances Rodriguez, Karen Woods, Angela Knutson, Debbie Gast, Sherry Everett, Susan Bellamy, Jenna Helms, Dawn Ablett, Bonnie Kemen, Shirley Malarkey, Carla Lake, Mary Lemke, Linda Scott, Sharon Land, Vera Anderson, Jeannie Parker, Lori Baxter, Linda Hunt, Karen Stagg, Ramona Corson, Ramona's first class with us. Yay. She's 5 hours behind us, you guys, if I had to guess, because when I went to Hawaii, we were 5 hours behind. Sandra Lavertu, her first class as well. She got a product share, and so I put this class in, and so hopefully, Sandra, this all makes sense to you. Hi, Anita Myers. Also, after Sandra, we have Lynn Beasley. Kara Berg, Kara's first class as well, you guys. Anna Carter. One of Anna's first classes. I think she did ink, paper, scissors, but like another newbie-ish person. So welcome to all our newbies. Barbara Barco, Jill Butzine, Sandy Wicklander, Carolyn Ketchmark, and Becky Gandolfo. So that's 32 peeps. Small crew for in-person yesterday. I think we only had 6 people total for in-person. And I have this is the class I do for my club class. And we're doing this on Monday. Which is the complete opposite. Normally I always do the club class first and then you guys roll in after, but things kind of got wonky with being gone. Yeah, and I have 2 people for Saturday. So usually there's more people. So I didn't know if it's something that was with the cards or what it was, but we'll find out here when it's all said and done. If you guys want more, if anybody else wants it, and then Chris wants the book, I might have you bring over the blue, boho blue mini cutter, and then the beer die that's right next to it, and the dies that are there. Okay, so let's flip the camera. A whole bunch of you are here. Yay! Yes, welcome to our Stampin' Friends. Yay, yay. Okay, so this is the one we're going to start with. All right, so this is copper clay mixed with basic black. And the stamp set that is featured is, I will take the set of dies are next to it too. Okay, and then there's the dies, like, okay. I'll take them too. Okay. But you can leave that all back here. Perfect, thanks. So we have here Brewed for You. This is the stamps that Chris is bringing me over the dies really quick so you can see them. So this is a set that was in last year's, and thank you so much. You're my Vanna tonight. Yes. This is a set that was in the annual catalog and it rolled over to the new one. And so we wanted to give a little more love to sets that carried over. I'd have to say there was a good chunk or a good number of sets that carried over from last year's annual, the last mini, and that rolled into the annual. And this was one of them. And so there's a set of dies that goes with it. I have never die cut with that little hop thing, but Tyler would probably love if I die cut something with that little hop leaf and give something, like put it on his shoe or something, and like hide it under his pillow. Yeah, so Brewed for You. Now, let's say you don't have the set. The set doesn't inspire you. It's not something you're looking for, but you got this kit from me. I would love for you guys to call out what you're using if you're not using this set, because what you're getting in the kit is this piece of vanilla. Yes, I do say vanilla, you guys. So you're going to get a piece of vanilla and you're going to stamp your mugs. Now, if you don't have the mugs, you have this piece of paper. Could you stamp an animal? Could you stamp something on here? A sailboat. Like, I know it's not very nautical looking, but what else could you stamp on here if you don't have the beer set? I'm looking for ideas. This did use some new products though. These are these new nested essential dies, and there's 3 different designs and they have 4 of each with layers. And so this is, I like this one a lot. And so we have another round for your birthday fit in there, or I owe you one or several, which is another sentiment from in this set here. The other thing that's new on here, well, there's a bunch of new things. The exposed brick embossing folder was used here. So for those that get the kits from me, it comes that way. So the exposed brick is already whiskey on ice in a glass is what Gwen said. Yes, you guys, there was that drinking set, that whiskey set. That would be perfect too. So this is exposed brick. Super cool. It's very delicate in terms of there's not really a pattern to it, so it can be used both ways, and it actually has little bricks on the side, but they're kind of half there. So that is already embossed for you, and then this piece in copper clay is already embossed for you with the splatters embossing folder. Splatters carried over, so that's not new, but the color copper clay is new. And this is a little bit of jute as part of the new in color jute that got introduced. And you're gonna need, you're wondering like, what did she do? She didn't give me enough ribbon. Well, Lynn said I would use the mugs for root beer floats. Good idea. I love it. Good idea. I'm going to show you how you can use, so you guys, I read to you Louise Power's note, right, about ribbon. That was one of her tips that she learned, so she stopped wasting ribbon. I'm going to teach you how to use this amount of ribbon to get that to look like that. You also, so then you have your die cut tag, so that comes for you like that. Now this is from, I made everybody in class guess yesterday because you can't see the back side of this. So does anybody want to guess? Oh, you could use Country Bouquet Hearts, making a Father's Day card. Very good. So I asked everybody, where did this designer series paper come from? It's basically a 3.5 by 3.5 square cut at a diagonal. Thank you to Karen Wetstein, you guys. She cut all of the DSP for all the card kits. Rhonda Ayers did all the embossing. Tammy and Anna helped me with the die cutting. It was definitely a team effort to get this all done. So I'm going to give you guys a moment to guess where this DSP comes from. And then in your kit, you also have a vanilla for your inside. And then you have the copper clay base for your card. So what you can do is take that base. You guys have yours folded, but they definitely need to get burnished. So make sure to burnish it. The camping stamp set would be awesome. Yes, a good color scheme. Or the lantern and dragonfly stamp set. Terrible with names. No, dragonfly set or lantern set. Yeah, the lighting the way. That's perfect. So you guys, you have plenty of ideas to not necessarily do beer if beer isn't your thing. You are correct, Lori Baxter. It is the daisy paper, and good job. We used in the countryside bouquet or the countryside class last month, we used one of the blue sheets. I believe we did. We used the blue one. Where did we use? No. The deer. We used the blue one in the deer class the deer monthly class. So it was the monthly class we used Grassy Grove. So now we use the brown for this one, and we're going to continue to work through that pack of paper. All right, so let's get some stamping going, guys. We need to stamp a sentiment, our beer mugs, and our inside. And these are photopolymer stamps. So I'm going to pull out, I found some gems underneath here. Interesting. Okay, very good. All right, so we're going to be using copper clay and a memento are the 2 colors for this. You guys got it. So Angelique and Deb both guessed it correctly as well. Very nice. All right. So we have a nice amber ale from Alaskan Brewing Company on tap for you tonight. That is what is getting stamped in my glass, you guys. I love the Alaskan Amber. It's, I think, Tyler and it's in our top 5. So a nice ambery, malty, biscuity notes, kind of like just yummy in my mind. So we need to get 2 beer mugs. So you have enough room here to stamp 2 of them next to each other. Oh, thanks, Linda Hunt. She said to remind us to actually hit the thumbs up. Oh, there's a little plastic thing. So if you're wondering where the thumbs up is, like when you're in the video like this, you guys, if you back out and look, it's the thumbs up is right there. And now I show there's 5, and then you can just switch back into the live chat. All right, so we've got 2 of these, and that's all we need for the Mementio. But copper clay, look at me, you guys, I got all my stickers all the way around where they belong. Yay. All right, so we're done with these guys. So the inside, our amber ale here, it's going to have a little bit of liquid going in here. It's nice to have the photopolymer stamp. You can see exactly where you're stamping. And then we need to do the inside of our mug itself. All right, so let's stamp that twice. Get it right there. And one more over on this one. Perfect. Okay, we're not done with that though. We also need to stamp a saying. We're gonna do this as a birthday card. All right, so it says here, another round for your birthday. Oh, here's that guy. I'm gonna stamp that right on here. Now, if you need to practice, go on the other side first and then go to it. But if you have a photopolymer stamp and you can see pretty much where you're stamping, you should be good to go. Not done with the brown though yet, because happy birthday is what I'm going to stamp on the inside. Now the happy birthday that I'm using, it comes from a set called I always call it the Waves of the Future, but it's Waves of Inspiration. And it's got a happy birthday in there. And it's red rubber though, so you can't see where you're stamping. So that's why I'm gonna pull out a little scrap paper. Thanks for joining, Anna. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so it went up a little high there. I'm gonna bring it down a little. Okay, now we're gonna go for it. The ice cream scoops for the floats, then add the spoon and or straw from Share a Milkshake Bundle. Yes, you guys, see? I love all the ideas, you guys. Good. All right, so now we've got a happy birthday on the inside. So that's it for stamping, you guys. Basically, it's 2 sentiments and then 2 scoops, 2 sentiments, and then whatever you want for your focal image. Now, when you get kits from me, you guys, I do not do any stamping. So if you don't know that, just know that no prior stamping is done. And any die cutting or embossing or punching is done for you, provided it doesn't have anything to do with a focal image. If there's a focal image that needs to get stamped, I give you a piece of paper big enough to do your stamping, and then you can either fussy or die cut. So just so you know a little bit about how that works, it's against our Stampin' Up! Compliance to hand out stamped images. I knew that wasn't on there straight, so we're just gonna put that back. All right, so I'm just getting my wares cleaned here. And now we can do, a recommendation for copper clay replacement. Linda Hunt, do you have cinnamon cider by chance? I think I kept calling the cinnamon cider the other day. I think besides, Cajun Craze? Yeah. Yeah, here, Cajun Craze. If you have Cajun Craze, do it at maybe 2nd strength. Like that could be like the inside of your beer. Depends what you're stamping, right? What are you making beer, or are you making beer? Yeah. Like, don't you wish it was that easy to make a beer? It depends if what you're using for your focal image. All right, so we have the little baby blue here, and we're going to die cut out. Let's move this over there. We will die cut out the mug here. Laura, you're funny. I'm sold on this card. I'll get the set. I like it. So what we always say, Diane and I say, our work here is done. So Laura, excuse me. Laura, I will call you. I apologize. I meant to call you today. I had Diane here until about 2 o'clock. We were working on things. And then my mom got here at 2. And then my mom left 15 minutes before class. And so I have it on my radar. We need to have a discussion about what you texted me about. So we'll we will make time to do that either tomorrow or Saturday afternoon, if that's okay with you. I have class again Saturday morning. I've got Chris, you guys, you're on vacation tomorrow, right?
Yes.
I can say that? Okay. I'm so excited because I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's somebody here with me. Carissa took a vacation day tomorrow to be with me. And you know what we're going to be working on? We are going to be making cards, you guys. Yay. Probably have an eager, aggressive goal list of classes, you guys. But what we have on our radar is working on designing cards for the game night, which is Zany Zoo. Also the Stamp-a-Stack, because I put my order in on Wednesday and it arrives tomorrow, yay. So working on that Christmas Stamp-a-Stack. Oh, we got a little time on that. The sweet class for next month, you guys, is called Textured Floral. So we're going to be potentially working on that or working on the monthly card. So we've got, and she doesn't know it yet, but Diane might pop over tomorrow. And we didn't get the artistically inked cards designed today. So she might pop over for a couple hours and we work on them.
Okay.
So you guys, told you there's a lot on the radar. And we always have fun doing it.
Of course.
Of course, yes. So you guys, what that means for you is that come early next week, I will be having lots of beautiful cards to share with you for the July classes that are coming up. Because we have June pretty much all designed, except for bingo, right? But I always wait till the day before for that. I try not to, but that's usually what ends up happening. So you guys, I'm putting glue on the back of my little triangle here and just lining that up. Let's put that back here. So we've got that here. Now you're wondering what's going on with this stuff, you guys. I need to apologize because I said that I do punching for you guys, and normally that would have meant I was going to punch this for you. It was a little bit chaotic in the kitting realm on Monday, and these went out not punched. And so you'll have two options. You can maybe not punch it if you don't want to and skip the ribbon or figure out something else to do with the ribbon. You could use a 1/8 inch hole punch. And so this is an old Stampin' Up! Punch, but there are other brands. If you have an 1/8 inch hole punch, that works. The other thing that you could do is you could take your pick tool, and if you have a piercing mat or something, you could take a pointy awl or a pick tool and put a pencil mark and then just poke a hole, right? So that works too. Do you see? So I just made a hole with that, okay? That works. If you have the hole punch, that works on this side. If you feel like chicken tonight, no, I'm just kidding. If you feel like you need a better idea of where you're going to put your mark, take a pencil, right? There I kind of just guessed, but take a pencil and put a mark there. That will help you so that when you put your hole punch here, you kind of get an idea where it's going to go. All right, so you've got your hole punched, right? I didn't do it for you. I normally would have, but I'm sure that you guys are crafty, clever individuals. You can figure out how to hopefully put a hole there. Okay, so that's what you need to do. I know, Anna, I am never not busy. That is very true. Except for I can say that I was not busy on... I'll tell you what day I wasn't busy. You're going to laugh because this day will always remind me of, I wasn't busy that day. So we left for our trip on the 19th, and that was a busy flying day. Then we did Stonehenge. On Sunday was getting to the cruise ship and taking a bus and being on the cruise ship. On the 22nd, you guys, this is my day that I'll remember. May 22nd will be the last day that I remember that I took a nap. We were so exhausted and we were so tired. It was a sea day. There wasn't much going on. And Tom was already sleeping. He went back to the room around 1 o'clock to take a nap. And Tyler and I, Tyler likes to walk and do anything physical activity, like just to be out walking around doing things, right? So I think we went and took a walk around the cruise ship or something. And then I'm like, gosh, I'm really tired. Hi, Mary Schreiber. And so it took about an hour and we were like, well, we got to take naps. So you guys, in the cruise ship, it's a bed that's like a queen size bed, and that's for Tyler and I. And then Tom had the couch. Well, Tom was in the bed, right? Sleeping on my side of the bed when we got to the room. And like, we didn't want to kick him out, right? So here you got Tom, and I'm in the monkey in the middle, and then you've got Tyler. And all of us slept for 2 hours, and we were all just like beat. So I can say May 22nd was the last time I took a nap. I take this, I cut it in half, you guys, and I'm gonna make, I'm sorry if that, I maybe could have given you a little bit more, but what you're gonna do is you're going to make a knot with it and make sure that the knot goes closer to one end like that. So you have about a 1/2 inch here and you have an inch here now, okay? So what we did in class last night actually worked a little bit better is as the whole, I'm gonna go get a kit. I wanna show you this in case you guys haven't done this yet. 1 second. I will do this for somebody. This is an in-person kit here. I'm gonna show you what we did last night, and it actually worked better versus cutting it in half. If you just take, come on little guy. All right, if you take the ribbon long like this, and before you cut it in half, you have a lot to hang on here. You have a lot more space. Take that and make your knot and bring this all the way to the very end here so that you only have that 1/2 inch, but you had a lot more wiggle room. So there you've got it that way. Now on the other end, make a big loop, make your knot, and have it come back all the way to the other side. So do it before you cut it in half, right? Okay, so you've got your knot. Now take this, and there's some little thing coming off there. Now take this and cut it in half, right? So I did it harder, but this is the smarter way to do it because now I've got this little rinky-dinky little piece and it's harder, you know, to do this, but I've got nails. So you guys, my nails grew very fast like weeds while we were gone, and I gotta trim them now. So you got your 2 knots like that. All right, now you're gonna take your tear and tape and put a piece of tear and tape on the back side, right where the holes are. And you're going to push from the top down. You want the little shorter end. And this is where a pokey tool might come in handy. So just take and poke the end through. Grab that. And now that little tail is going to stick into the tear and tape, just like that. Okay? So far so good, hopefully. And then do that, repeat on the other side. And again, it's easy to take your pokey tool and push that through. You know, it did help if I wound that back up together. Push that through. All right. Now your knots are exactly where they need to be, right at the opening. And now what you're gonna do is grab a couple more pieces of tear and tape. You can put that right over those so they don't come undone. And then you're gonna prep the back of this with a couple dimensionals. Let's just do these 3. And then this will get put, now we've gotta get this little guy down here though. So this is glued flat. Pick which side you wanna see. Right here, something about like, maybe like that looks good to me. You can see that the difference in DSP, you guys. This one's a little darker, that one's a little lighter. So that is a washy kind of DSP. Like some is lighter, some is darker. So you can see the difference. And then this now, what you're gonna do is find a spot for this to go. Basically centering it left to right, and I've got it kind of lined up with that corner. See, we used just that very little bit of jute. And then on the back side here, we're gonna make our tear and tape sandwich. And put our little jute back there. So grab it from the front now. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just enough ribbon, you guys. All right, so I think I'm gonna leave the tape like that, and I'm gonna grab some of my black dimensionals, and that jute, you guys, is super thick to me. And so if you do wanna glue this flat, you could, not a problem. It's gonna give you a little Humpty Hump over on the side here. So what I would do then is just make sure you glue it down good. So because of that Humpty Hump though, I'm gonna choose to put dimensionals all over the back and actually pop up this layer. Just so slightly. Come on. And I use the black dimensionals. You won't be able to see them then. And this now goes, oh, thanks, Cindy. This now goes on the front of the card. Just center that. And once you get it exactly where you want it, then you can squish it down good. And what I did on the beer mugs, one of them is popped up and the other one is glued flat. And this one is up here. And then this one is down here a little bit. It can be right up. It doesn't have to stay contained in the area, right? They can be off of it. And so we got them sitting like that. And then in your kit, you guys, you've got three. Okay, so the in-color gems are amazing. They're the new in-colors. So it's the Pebbled Path, Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, Copper Clay, and Boho Blue. These are so pretty. The last time I checked, they were on low inventory. So I don't know if they're out at the moment, but I love these new embellishments. And you guys all got three. There's a small, a medium, and a large. And so you got a little section of one, and that's in your kit. So you could put your three little embellishments on. And if you want to Stella anything, you could definitely Stella your DSP. I wouldn't Stella the beer. It might bleed on you, but you could always Stella this background piece here. It'll hit the raised area. You could, if you wanted to, you could also Stella Stella your exposed brickberry a little bit. If I hold that up, I'll see if you guys can see. I don't know if you can't always, oh, you can see the Stella. You guys, that's Stella there. So you can see the glitteriness. Sometimes it's really hard to see it in the video, but on the black, you can see it shimmering. Okay, we got her done, you guys. There's one. We got two more to go. And we did a little bit of learning how to really maximize our ribbon. At first, when I was working on this, I pictured it would go all the way from front to back, but it was too hard to get the knots in the right spots. So, hi, Tyra. Oh, last week was the first time watching a live presentation, but it was yours. So now I get to see you. Yay! It's good to see you too. Thinking I'll use glossy accents to. Oh yes, absolutely. Use the glossy accents. That would be awesome. Yes. All right, you guys. So that's what we've got for you. Again, you notice a little bit of difference in the dark and the light here. That's just the DSP. You get a 12 by 12 sheet and everybody got a part of it. And so some will be lighter and some will be darker. So you guys are loving the card. Yay. Awesome. Is Stella back in stock? That's a really good question. Chris is going to look real quick. We'll answer that for you in a moment's time. All right, so we're going to put that guy there. And while I bring out the next card, just a reminder, you guys, this is the Naturally Gilded class that's coming up next week, Wednesday. I do have sets available in case you want this class. It is a stamp-a-stack, meaning you make 4 of each card and you get products. So you'll get the 2 rolls of gold, the gold and silver ribbon, a linen thread, blending brushes, and a half a pack of the DSP, and the kits to make 12 of them. So all the embossed pieces and the cut pieces, and then some embellishments. Low inventory. So to answer your question, Anna Carter, the Stella is back in stock and it's on low inventory. So if you need some, I would suggest getting it sooner rather than later. Okay, so now we're gonna work on this card. So again, if anybody's wondering about this Naturally Gilded class, go to my calendar of events on cardsbychrisb.com and go to the date June 14th in my events calendar, and you'll find all the information there. All right, so now we got a little bit of a fun fold for you. Yes, Laurie Baxter, thanks for answering that too. And thanks, Cindy, for answering. I call this an arm, this thing that flips up. I call that like an arm. And then we have a flap that flips out that way. And this was a great debacle, this card. It sure was. So originally, Chris and I worked on this. We originally had a pot, this bottle, right? So the bottle punch got used here, you guys, this guy. And we originally had a bottle that was a really tall bottle. And then we wanted to use the tropical leaf, right? So let me grab it, hang on. And I thought, like, I love this green shimmer, this peacock shimmer paper is so pretty, you guys. It's just pretty. It's amazingly pretty. Comes in 5 different colors, and the peacock in the berry burst, the bubble bath, a blue navy, I think, and one more. So pretty. So we were going to use this tropical leaf punch and have that be in the bottle. But it's like, to fit that on this card was way too much, and Tyler did not like it. He definitely put his 2 cents in, you guys. He was like, no, it's ugly. You can't do it. He's like, I love the greens, but I don't like what you're doing. So, okay, so that's how we got to make a short little bottle. Are you wondering how we got a little baby short little bottle? Does anybody want to see how we did it? I can show you guys. Let me grab a little scrap of paper. Let me get the scrap. So, all right, so if you want to know how to make a short little bottle, you need to flip over the punch and use a little bit of paper, like this much, right? So this is a really, really short bottle. It's like a jug, you guys. It needs a handle. But, all right, so when you punch it like that, though, it's got 90-degree angles on the bottom, right? It's not rounded like the bottom of the punches. So once you've punched it out like that, then you have to, you guys, you see what I do? When I do this with a punch, I can't just get it, and it's just too much work to do that, right? It doesn't work. So I go from the side. It's all about finesse, you guys. You go from the side, you get it kind of in there, and then you weave it down and around like this, and then you trim off the bottom. Look at that little potion jar. Isn't that adorbsy? You put a little perfume in there, I think. So cute. All right, so you could make any size bottle you want with this adorable bottle punch. All right, so we went from a tall bottle all the way down to this little baby bottle. And so Karen Wetstein punched all these. Thank you, Karen, you're amazing. Oh, it was so nice to have, oh, I was just so happy. So to have Karen help me with that, that was amazing, you guys. So she punched all your bottles for you using the gray, the Pebbled Path luster paper. So those that have the kit, you'll have this amazing, adorable little bottle. Some might be taller than the others, and some might be short, but like there you can see it still is good, shorter, taller, whichever. But that's just to show you how you can make a shorter bottle. How is the kitty doing? Yes, Tigger is doing great. He missed us crazy like. That first Friday night when we came back, he kept going back between Tyler and me. He couldn't decide who he wanted to be by. And he ended up being on my head and then Tyler's head and then back and forth. So if you partially close, there's a little heart there that I don't know how to, if you partially close the punch, it slips in easier from the top. Okay, so let's see, where did I put the bottle punch? Over here. If you partially close it, it slips in from, okay, so what Karen was seeing, if you partially close the punch, it slips in easier from the top. So it's a good little note. A Halloween potion bottle, yes. Oh, Laura wants a set of these. Oh, Laura, yes. Well, I will save a set for you. Here's your arm, you guys, so you're gonna have to burnish it. It's not burnished, so you burnish it. You'll have another piece of jute, you guys. We went ham on the jute, right? So now you've got the Pebbled Path jute for this card. And you'll have a little Sending Smiles die cut out here for you. And then you have 2 white and 2 granny that are the same sizes, right? So the grannies are the same size, and then the whites are the same size. One's for the inside and one's for the outside. These are both identical, right? These sets are identical. Now, do you want to guess where this piece of Designer Series paper comes from, you guys? Oh, Angelique wants a set of these cards too. Oh, Carissa said she knows, she knows. Laura, I've got you down, and Angelique. We'll have to check, Angelique, if you got this class or not. I could have sworn you did, but maybe not. Okay, guessing where this comes from. When does the new baby kitty come? So Tyler and I talked about that. We decided we were going to give Tigger 2 weeks of alone time with us before she comes home. So we're talking about bringing her home on Father's Day, which is the 18th. Okay, so that's the plan. You guys, so he's going to have a little sister here soon. So I did cut all this for you guys. So this is a normal base, and what I did is I cut it off at a triangle here, just from the score line down to the end. And so that is going to flip over. Need to burnish your edges as well. And then the embossed piece here is the fern embossing folder. It's already done for you in your kit. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Love it. I would never have thought to put Granny Apple Green with Peacock, but since Stampin' Up! Did it, I guess it's okay to do it. And yes, Linda Hunt, you're right. It's the Daisy DSP. On the other side is the Daisy. So now we've used 3 pieces of different colors from that designer series paper. So we still have 3 more to design cards with. That is the plan. So you've got your Granny Apple piece that will go here, and then your DSP that goes here. So let's get glue happy. We can definitely do that. So we're gonna flip this one over, flip this one over, flip this over, and we can glue this as well. So this is where Luis was talking about the mass gluing, you guys. So I got the glue bottle open. We're gonna take advantage of it. The kitten is sleeping on his chair, or I should say my chair. All right, so then this is gonna go right here on the inside, like that. Does the new kitty have a name yet? Yes, Jenna. So Tyler's not excited about this name, but I am okay with it. So the original kitty, Tigger's sister, that passed away on February 7th, her name was Honey. I should say her name is Honey, right? We just actually buried her because the ground has finally thawed out now. And we thought about doing it. She was being preserved, right, in a cold place. And when the ground froze, we took her out to my parents' farm, and we buried her last weekend, actually on Sunday. So she is in her forever home now with my childhood cat, Hipper Pipper, and my darling Summer, who was with me for 16 years, and my brother's cat, Bopper. So, and my mom's cat passed away just yesterday, Whitey, of 14 years. She went to a better place yesterday, and so she is now with the little, the cat, you know, all the cats are together, all of our special cats are buried all together now. And so Honey made her way home back to the farm, and then Bootsy, the mother of Tigger, had another kitten that looks very, 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 very close to Honey. And so I want to call her Honey 2.0, right? Honeybee 2.0. And Tyler's afraid of calling her that she won't ever live up to Honey 1's like standards, right? So you guys, this is what we did so far. We got this all glued here. So Honey 2.0 is what is in our mind. So yeah, so my mom has had it hard. So their little Whitey, they had a white cat. They brought it into the house at 2 weeks old or 3 weeks old, and had blue eyes that stayed for forever. So my mom and dad just had to they buried her this morning actually. And so yeah, it's been a sad day on the farm. So I'm going to work on splattering, you guys. So it's hard to see this back here, but there is a lot of splatter. If you guys go back to watch, oh man, I'm afraid, what video was that when I did, it was a sweet class. It was my first sweet class with Rose. January, Country Floral? No, it wasn't Country Floral. I feel like it was the sweet class in February. It was Country Floral?
Sweet, yeah.
Wasn't that class in January though?
Yeah, you said January.
But Honey passed away February 7th. So I think, what was the sweet class? And it was By the Bay. It was By the Bay in February. I think By the Bay. March? When? All I know is, you guys, Honey passed away and I kept...
Queen Bee.
Queen Bee. No, she didn't pass away right before Queen Bee. So she passed away February 7th. Fancy Flora. Yes, it was a sweet class. I know that. So you guys, I do classes with Rose Coleman in Canada, And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, her customers that are taking this class, and I'm the teacher, and here I cried for 25 minutes, you guys, before I could have a class. And I had to talk to you guys all about what was going on, right? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, these guys think I'm gonna be crazy and I'm a lunatic and I'm a crybaby and all that kind of stuff. But I kept going all through all of Honey passing. You guys, we never skipped a beat, really. Kept designing and kept living, right? That's what we have to do. So Honey 2.0, and you guys, I do have a picture in case you want to see. So Honey, let's pull. It's going to go really quick. Honey is here, and it's hard to see this. I got to get rid of all that stuff. Okay, hang on. I don't know. There's so much stuff. Hang on. We got to get rid. There she is. Did you guys see her? That was Honey. Okay, so Honey and Tigger sleeping together there. And then Honey 2.0. Oh man, you guys. Hang on. Let's think here. Yeah, you don't need to see all the crazy stuff. Let's find. Oh, Tyler sent me the picture. Hang on. I'll share with you guys a picture of Honey here. Here's Honey. So that's the new Honey. So she looks really close to Honey 1. And so she's got the orange with the tiger mixed, and she's got the little boots like that. So that's the little Honey that we're looking at bringing. So, Deb, if you're wondering, I have not heard anything from Katie about the other kitten whatsoever. So I don't know what happened along that path. But since she hasn't reached out to me, I was just going to let it be, I guess. So, you guys, I have a little bit of peacock ink on here from class, actually, from yesterday. And what I'm going to do is rehydrate it. It's dried out slightly, which is okay. When you drip a little bit of water on it, you could use an aqua painter. You can use sweat from your glass. You can use spit if you need to, but you want to just rehydrate it a little bit. Get a little water on there, and then you're going to take your Stella pen, and she's a little cutie. Yeah, Tyler's really worried. He's really worried about Tigger, and I'm like, you know what? You were worried about the kittens to begin with, getting them. I'm like, stop worrying. All right, so I dipped my Stella pen in here. I'm gonna grab my bone folder, and we're just going to splatter. Just get a little ink in here. The more wetness is in the brush, the bigger the splatters you're gonna get. Thanks, Sandy. Thanks, you guys. Didn't hold Honey 2.0, but I met her at your mom. Yeah, Karen, my mom said you were over dropping off stuff, and you got to meet Honey 2.0. And she is a little wiggle worm, you guys. Oh my goodness. She has got 3 brothers and sisters. I have another picture I will share with you. She's got 3 brothers and sisters, and they are, let's see here, where do I have them all? Well, I don't know if you guys saw this, but this was pretty interesting. We went to a loom, you can't even see it, it's a very pixelated. We watched a guy making a quilt, but you can't see it, the video is very blurry. I want to share this with you guys. He was actually making a quilt out of wool, and it was really cool. So anyways, that was a side story. So there's one of the little brothers right there. Tyler really wants to bring him home, but mom and dad say we don't need 3 cats. I'm like, yep, you're right. I'm trying to figure out. One moment, you guys. I know that we're making cards, and I'm getting diverted with kittens, and that's really easy to do. So one moment. We're going to rock and roll through this, but I wanted to share with you the picture of, there's Tyler sent me all the Ireland pictures. Here's my little niece, Maisie. She was just born on April 4th. So this is the first time I'm holding her, and Tyler was like, you need to hold her. And I'm like, do I though? I don't want to make her cry. So that's the only cat pictures I have, you guys. So I could have sworn I had one with all 4, but I don't see it. So we're going to keep her moving. All right. So let's get back on track, you guys. We got easily sidetracked here. So cats and babies and kittens, oh my, right? And you guys didn't get to see the amazing thing of splattering. So if you guys have never splattered with your Stella, this is what it looks like. So if you're taking something that's really white and you're like, gosh, I just need something on there to like zhuzh it up. Hi, Sherry Stewart. This is what you could do. You splatter it with your Stella pen, water, and like on a block, just like this. When you're done using your Stella, I highly suggest, wiping it out so that the color doesn't go, because what happens if you go on your white, it's gonna put blue. So if you have something to style it using that same color, great. Otherwise, you are just gonna have to wipe it out until the color all comes out. And you do lose a little Stella in the process, but you don't want to get color on the next project. So done with that. And we're done with the bone folder. We have a little bit of stamping to do yet. So we need to stamp our sentiment on this thing. And I have your birthday, but I want to use, okay, in case you're wondering, this is from Sending Smiles. Is this one of my top sets that I absolutely love. Krista says I use it way too much, but that's what happens when you love a set a lot. I love all the little baby sentiments because I like to decorate the outsides of cards with a lot of stuff. And then there's really not a lot of room for sentiments. And then, oh, how do you add a sentiment? Well, this is perfect because this little strip of paper can get used to add a little sentiment. And we're gonna stamp a card to say hello. And you know what's really hard to see? White on white. So grab something that's dark and put that behind. Perfecto changeo. And then I didn't, oh, on the inside, I do have something. So because the card originally started off with wanting the tropical leaf, I stamped a tropical leaf on the inside. Well, that really doesn't go. So textured floral, which the textured floral, in case you're wondering, this is the die set here, that die that looks like a eucalyptus thing. That is the foliage for there. And the stamps that go with it are these. If you're wondering, this is the featured bundle class for, so it's either a suite or a bundle that gets featured in the suite bundle class. And since this isn't a suite, this is the bundle that we're featuring. And so you guys, this is what we might be working on tomorrow, time permitting. Hopefully get those suite bundle cards made. It's not a suite, but the bundle cards made for the suite bundle class. So we're just gonna put that little guy in the corner. So this came up in class yesterday with the lines yesterday. They're like, that doesn't look right. Like, why is it like that? And if you look at the stamp, it's like that. It's just the way it's textured. It threw people off because it looked like it shouldn't be like that, but that's the way the stamp is designed. So we go with it. Deb said she's been out of commission, but feeling better now, a while ago, but haven't heard anything lately. Deb, I hope you're feeling better. That's not fun when you're out of commission. I definitely know that. All right, so let's work on our assembly action. So this white piece though, we need to make sure we don't put that down until we get our jute down. So you're gonna cut the amount of jute that you need here. And we are going to use our tear and tape and attach the tear and tape to the back like this. And we're gonna make our little bit of a ribbon or jute sandwich. So from the front here, I like to eyeball where it needs to go, flip the tail over, and then from the front, go straight across. Make sure it's straight as possible, and then flip the tail over. And you're going to put a little piece of tape right over the top of it. Now again, because this jute is super thick, I want to use a dimensional, or 6, to put this layer onto the Granny Apple Green layer instead of gluing it flat. So, oh man, Tyler's calling. He knows we have class right now. I did forget to tell him you were coming over, Carissa. So I called him back 10 minutes late. And so we made plans tonight. We're like, oh, let's go for a walk after you're done with class. So I called him back to tell him, hey, FYI, Carissa's going to be over. He's like, well, all 3 of us can go for a walk.
Oh, I only have flip-flops, darn. I can't walk.
Oh, you only have flip-flops? He'll say you can use his shoes or my shoes. Sorry, you guys, this was crooked. Slightly crooked. Sorry, Tyler. I should... So one of my friends realized that the way that she can communicate with me when I'm doing lives is she would get on and ask questions during the live. Rachel Wild used to do that when she had questions. There's ways to get a hold of me. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to flip this over, and we have that. We're going to get glue happy, you guys. And so let's do glue, glue, glue. All right. So first things first, not that. This one goes on to the pretty peacock. Just like that. The thing about the liquid glue, you guys, is you can wiggle with it until you get it where you want it. And then this flips up, this flips over, and this one can go in here, and then this one can go here. All right. So we had some people really liking this granny apple with peacock combination. I wouldn't have expected it, but it does go. All right. Now we have a bottle, a genie in a bottle, and this will get put right underneath here. You could pop it up or keep it flat, whatever you want. We'll figure out what we want to do. The plant is going to go here. Now the plant, you guys, cannot go above the arm fold here. If you do, every time you open this, it's going to get crushed up there. So you have to make sure that this is lower than the bottle. And you also have to make sure that you snip off some of these side pieces. Otherwise, they're going to be coming out of the bottle down below. So what you could do to prep this is cut off that leaf and that leaf. And then what I would do is grab a glue dot or two. We're going to put one there and here. Oh, Angela likes the color combination. Yes, Tyler loved this combination as well. All right, so what we're gonna do is glue this down first. Guys, I forgot to turn my phone on off. So you might hear the buzzing. We're ignoring it though. So this is going here, like that. I think this guy could go here. And then our bottle is gonna go right here, okay? So far, so good. Now, pop it up, not pop it up, I guess that's a personal preference that you can do or not do. But I'm just gonna take two of these and we're gonna slide this right down underneath here, kind of make it flush with the bottom like it's resting on the ledge here, like that. And then there. Perfect. Now, this little card to say hello, we're gonna use mini dimensionals for that one. And what I'm gonna do is put them right to the right and the left of the bottle and pick them off, and then we can just set the label right onto that. Kind of, it's riding on top of the jute. And it's kind of the same width as the white. So there's that. Now with the remaining little bit of jute, you're just gonna tie an overhand knot like that. And if you tied it right onto the ribbon, it would make it really thick. So I'm just gonna take a glue dot and put it right next to it to make it look like it's wrapped around it, but it's not. So grab a glue dot, put that right down in the nook of the jute and the bottle. We're gonna put it something like that. Grab your ribbon scissors and trim your tails. Okay, so far so good. All right, so if you guys noticed, we got so excited designing cards that we forgot to put embellishments on some of these. So went back after the fact and thought, ooh, what would look really good on here? Well, rhinestone cowboys is what we chose. And so you have 3 rhinestones in your kit. And where I would suggest putting them, if it were me, I'd put 2 of them, and I'm trying to debate. I think we'll go here and here, and then one can go up there. So this is where I would put them. So if you're looking at the tutorial, you guys, there's no gems on the tutorial, I think. So I would put 3 little rhinestones. And you know, now that I have this card in front of me, I think I'll put them right on here and call this one complete. So there we go. Now we're back to business. Put a couple rhinestones on. And then the last thing you can do if you want, like if you wanted, you could have, instead of wiping your peacock Stella out, you could have taken and colored the edge of your peacock cardstock here, and it would have just put more peacock ink slightly on the edge, and that would have been a good way to wipe out the Stella pen. So we're just putting a little line around the edge here. Now, you don't necessarily need to Stella this foliage anymore because it's already got the shimmer in it. And the luster paper also has shimmeriness in it. So I don't know if you really need to Stella over the top of it. I mean, you can if you really want to add more, but it's not necessary. Tyra, how can I get a set of these cards? Yay, Angela, I saw your comment and then I looked up at Tyra's. So email me. My email address is chrismbertram@msn.com. And what you can do is tell me that you're interested in these cards, and I'll add your name here also to my list here because I do have a bunch of these left. So it's always nice going into a class having a bunch left. You guys, for the Let's Go Fishing, when the last one went last night, and I had 4 more people reach out to me today, and I had to tell them no, sad face, bad news bears. So there's our card, our fun fold, and we have 1 more to do. So we're gonna rock and roll right into Hey Hey We're the Monkeys. So yeah, Tyra, all you have to do is email me, or you could text me. And what I need is basically give me your address and how does it work best to get the kits. Do you want to pay for them, or would you like to get them free with an order? So this class is, I'm looking for kits. This class is free with a minimum $45 order as long as you use my current host code, which is right here, or when you're on my website. If you're on my website, cardsbycrispy.com, and you go to my events calendar like this, it's pulls up all the events. I have it set up to send to March, but you toggle to June. If you go underneath it and find the picture of me, there's a host code. And so this host code's current right now, as is this one is as well. So I think these are both good. If you ever are uncertain, always use the one on my website. That one is always current. I don't know if this one, I don't remember what I did with this one. So I might have needed to update it. I'm not quite sure, but that one's always current. And there's even a way to click here and it takes you right into the online store and it automatically puts the host code in the order, so you don't even have to retype it. So you can place an order to get this class for free using the host code, or if you want to pay for it shipped, it's $15 and then shipping is $6. So if you want to get a couple classes that I have currently ready, I always like to help people and consolidate shipping where I can. So always reach out if there's multiple classes you want to take. And if you want to pay for them, you could always let me know what works best for payment, like PayPal, friends and family, Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, whatever. Usually checks work. Some people send me cash in the mail too. So here's our monkey class, or monkey kit, you guys. So this uses the monkey punch. Look at that little baby monkey. There he is. There's a stamp set that also goes with this, you guys. It is called Little Monkey. So we used the sentiment just swinging by to say hi, and we pulled in one of the monkeys to stamp on the inside. Otherwise, everything is die cut, you guys. I'm sure Anna hates me after this one. Oh, there's a lot. So thank you to Karen Wetstein. She punched out all your monkey parts, you guys. So you have your little one here, your little guy, and you have a monkey. It's a face, you guys. It looks like a monkey butt, but it's actually a monkey face. So we're gonna have to get him stamped. You get a little banana out of crushed curry, so that's here. And you have 2 little ears that are little circles out of petal pink. And Karen did such a good job, you guys. She had all like the bits and parts, and she had them all organized, ready to go. And then Anna helped with, this is a branch. It's from the Seasonal Branches dies. And then this is from the Aspen Tree dies. It's a little extra foliage for him. So we did a little combination. This is white, but we're gonna color it over the top with Old Olive. So it makes it look bright, but it also takes away the whiteness. Where everything else we used was vanilla. So the inside's vanilla. The little banner here, I already banner cut that for you. And you might have to trim the end here, but you can already just stamp that. That's ready for you. All right, Tyre, awesome. If you wanna go ahead and go place an order on the Stampin'Up.com website, use my current host code that's on my website. As long as it's over $45 with the host code, then this class is free. I will mail it out for you tomorrow. I'll sneak it in tomorrow. Okay, then you have a little piece of espresso that is for matting on that. You guys, now let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. You have about, 16 inches of linen thread for the card, and then you have this. So where does that come from? It is a new die set in the annual catalog called Gorgeous Garden Dies. Oh, I love it. Look at that. So cool. And then there's one with flowers. I cannot wait for us to make a card using these flower things. That's so cool. You do have to run this through multiple times. And what it doesn't cut out the rectangle part, because it leaves the leaves attached here on the edges. So you basically have to cut the piece of paper to the size you want it, and you have to line the die up in the middle somewhere, and it's difficult. So I will tell you guys, some of you might have a little bit thicker of a border on this side and a little thinner on this side, a little thicker. It was really hard. And you know, guys, Anna ran 64 of these through. And if you see here, you might have to pop out some bits and parts of this. Hopefully it pops out for you after you wiggle with it a little bit. But if for any reason it's not gonna come out and it's like you've been trying, just take your paper snips and give it the extra little help that it needs to get out, right? So it will come out. Like this one's a little bit tough or like a little snug. It's not the end of the world, you guys. All you do is take your scissors. I mean, I know she ran these back and forth a couple times, and one little bit of the snips, that little bit came right off. So you might have to do that. I'm seeing it on mine here. Like that kind of snapped out of place, but now this side needs a little bit of assistance in aisle 9. Like over here too, you might just cut along where you see it and then kind of wiggle with it. Just try not to rip it. Be gentle like a giant here. Like kind of wiggle. And then this one seems like it's a little bit more tough. Oh, but then you just pop it right out there. Okay, so just a little heads up on that. It might look like it's not gonna come out. Give it a little bit of like time. Work with it. Pokey, get those little bits and parts out. I was waiting to get over here, so let's see. You just don't want to rip it. So like this one looks like it's ready to rip to me. That's where I'm going to grab the scissors, kind of give it that extra little snippy, and then it came right out. So guys, you're going to have to work for this, all right? It is die cut for you. You just need to work with it. All right, I almost got, let me see what's going on here. This little guy needs a little help, and a little guy right there. All right, now you've got this secure, ready to go. All right, the dies are amazing. I hope you guys, if you didn't see those, I was so excited in class yesterday. A bunch of people did not have this on their radar at all, and now that's on their radar. So super awesome dies. All right, so that's done. The other thing too is on this one, you guys, you might need to also poke them out and give them a little love. Make some confetti paper on your desk. And that little guy. So that one too, if it's stuck ever so slightly, just take your scissors and help it the rest of the way. If you're at home and you have the die, you could always line it back up there and put it through the die, but then you risk cutting it bad. So just take your scissors. All right, in the kit then you have your base. Make sure you guys go ahead and burnish it like that. Now, what I would do, if you like Stella, if Stella is your friend, you could Stella this before or after. I would wait and do it after because you don't need to Stella underneath the area that gets covered up. And what you're gonna do is you're ultimately gonna glue this over the top. Now, oh, I missed one. You think when you're all done, but you still have one left. What you're gonna wanna do is put this over the top and kind of eyeball it. It does fit, the brown piece is gonna fit in the window. Some of you, depending on how your brown is cut, you might have a little brown overhang. Like if you can see this, you might have a little bit of, it might be like that, right? A little bit of brown. What you're gonna need to do is just get this glued onto your brown piece, and then you're gonna trim off the end, any sides that need to get trimmed. You don't need to glue the entire thing. Be strategic about where you're putting the glue. that doesn't need to be everywhere. And I'm just gonna put these little dots. And this side is too thin, I think. I'm just gonna maybe sneak a little bit. I've got a little bit of wiggle room here, like that. And just glue. I'm just gonna put these little dots of glue. Now you got two options. You can hold the green above the brown and put it down, or you can put the brown over the green like this. Whatever is easier for you, but I feel like I'm gonna go like this and set that on here. So my brown is slightly shorter than my green, which is perfect. If your brown is longer, that's where you're gonna pick this up and just take your scissors and you can trim off and go like right up the line and just trim it off. But that's what we got. All right, so you're gluing these together. And then we need to get this fern. So here's the fern embossing folder, you guys. We used that on the other card. Here it is again. And what we need to do is get our Old Olive ink and dauber, and we're gonna color that. So 1 second while I go grab that. Okay, so grab your dauber or a sponge or a blending brush, and you're gonna dip in to Old Olive. Pick which side you wanna use. And when you use the dauber, you're going to lightly add color over to the raised image from the embossing folder. And so using the white underneath, it kind of makes it a little more crisp and bright. And it's super cool because you can get to see the definition when you emboss over the top. So that's what that looks like. I think I'm just gonna put a little bit more right in that corner. All right, so that's the green. I think that's all what we need for green. And we're gonna need the brown here in a second. So we're done with that. Now, this can get glued to the early espresso piece. Like that, and then figure out how you want it. Like everybody's got a different section of the folder. You might like it better like that. You could like it like that. But what we're gonna do is pop this up with dimensionals, and I'm gonna use the black ones because of the early espresso paper being so dark. The black ones will be hidden back there better. Like this. And then we're going to find a spot on the card. I'm gonna put this so the thicker border is on because I have a thicker border on the bottom here on the right, and that's okay. That's what I think, because otherwise the option is on the top and the left side. Green giant. I think I'll go like that. And then this one, I'm gonna put it like this, and that gets put down right on the edge like that. Grab your tear and tape then. And we're going to put some on the back because we're going to be making a little linen thread sandwich now back here. And so grab your linen thread, and you need to cut some. So you're going to need enough. So I'm going to cut that, and then we're going to just fold this in half. I don't know, I'm going to guess like 10 inches. And then that gets folded in half. And now take the tear and tape off, grab your two ends together, and now these get lined up right along the bottom edge of the brown, like this. All right, so once you get those down, you can follow up with some more tear and tape. In these, I'm going to take the tear and tape off because I want to use the tear and tape to help secure this to the card base. Now that this ribbon is on, we can go ahead and glue this onto our card base. Now, the height of this should be even. It's 5.5 inches tall. That die is super big, but it's not exactly proportioned perfect because you're gonna see a little bit of edge here and here, but on the top, you're gonna have it should be pretty flush. If your green is slightly bigger, all you gotta do is you can trim it. You can just trim a little hair off of it if you want to. This, we're living with it, that it's just a little bit, that it's old olive on old olive. You really can't tell. But I did notice that it's not exactly proportionate. It's off by that hair. All right, so now we have that. And what we can do is our branch is here. And the branch is gonna get slightly glued. It's hanging off the edge a little bit, so we're not gonna put any adhesive there. We're just gonna run that like that. So put that right at the top like that, hanging over slightly if you want. And then this one, before I put the liquid glue on, we're going to use the Stella pen and just Stella over our foliage. And then now I'm gonna grab the liquid glue. It's really hard to glue something like this. So if you squeeze lightly, and as you squeeze, once it starts coming out, I just kind of run it back and forth and not pushing really hard, and then you get glue in certain spots. Then that's all you need. And then that goes kind of over the top of the branch. And then we might as well put the monkey body down. We can do this. We're gonna pop this up with dimensionals. And then he's hanging from right underneath here. It looks kind of weird now, but we'll get him figured out. Let's do some stamping then. So we have, let's put this over here so you can see it. We need to stamp our sentiment, the inside, and our face. And we don't want to lose those little bits and parts. They are photopolymer. So what we can do is grab the piercing mat, and we need early espresso. And there's a little face. So if you guys don't have the stamp set, it's okay. You need to draw a face though, right? Figure out how you want to make your monkey look. If he's smiling, his eyes shut. But we're gonna stamp a little happy face on him. And then it says, it's just swinging by to say hi. I'm gonna stamp it close to the left-hand side because I can always trim off. Oh, a little crooked. Let's flip that over and we'll go again. Something like that. And then our monkey, hey, we're the monkeys. No more monkeying around. We're gonna put him hanging out on the inside. So just to show you on this one, I think, in case you're wondering, I did that on here, but my first go round at it, I put it hanging like that up there. So if you like that and you have the stamp set, I didn't like how the tail, you would have to mask. If I were you, if it were me, I would mask the branch to make it look like the tail is not going through the branch. But that was the only reason I didn't like that up there. I didn't take the time to mask, that's why. All right, so I think we got all these done. I'm going to grab my little baby trimmer, shorten this up. The reason I made it a little bit long for you guys is in case you wanted to use a different sentiment, then you've got some more wiggle room with the length of it. So our face and this can get glued flat. And let's see here. So let's do a glue here, there, and then this guy goes here. So it kind of looks like monkey butt, but it's actually monkey face. I suppose I could hold it the right way, like that. There's our monkey face. And then we'll put the inside in. Did you see any animals in Ireland? We saw so many sheep. It's not even funny. That should be their state animal. I don't know, or their country animal. I don't know. Everywhere you go, there are sheep galore. So we saw some horses. We saw some donkeys. We did not see the roadkill. There was no roadkill. I think out of the entire time we drove all around Ireland, we saw only one roadkill on the road, and it was like a fox or something that looked like a fox, but there was just no animals that ran on the road. Like sheep though, all over the place. Tons of sheep, you guys. Lots of sheepies. So we're going to put dimensionals here, here, and here. That's pretty much where the tag is going to get attached. And then we're going to put Terran tape across the top here. So twofold, right? Because this is already popped up. So we're going to do Terran tape on that. And we're going to pick these little guys off. And then this is going to get set right on here. I've got it so the middle of the banner is where the linen thread is. And then you have linen thread left. What you want to do is take it, cut it in half, like that. Take both at the same time and make an overhand knot, like that. Grab a glue dot, put the glue dot right in the nook of the banner, right there. And then take your overhand knot and set it right in it. And then you've got a double line and then the two doubles here. And then you can take your scissors and trim it like however you want. Well, that didn't work. I stopped early. There, and then there's that. Oh, I don't know if I have a paper scissors. That is what my problem is. Hang on. There we go. All right. And these guys, a little shorter. Banana time. So we got to put little ears here and a banana in his hand. And his little petal pink ears. So he can hear you really good now. Or right here. So punch art, you guys. That's what I would call this. You guys have a lot of assembly action to do on this card. But not a lot of stamping. And then the banana. He's holding on to that. Well, he swings like George of the Jungle, right? Stella. I had Stella the banana. And then if you want to, you could go through and all the leaves that you see, they would look good. Going around the horn here. Stella up those leaves. Add a little bit of glitz on these. Especially that one right there. Okay, so again, another card that doesn't have embellishments in the picture on the PDF. What were we thinking? Well, when we were kitting this up, we thought, what embellishment would look nice? So you guys all got 3 rustic metallic dots. So where are you going to put them, though? That is the million-dollar question. I think that one of them would look really good right there. And then you could put 2 of them, the other 2. So you either got 2 big and a small or 2 small and a big. I'm not sure. I'm debating. You could have it coming like down from him like he's... never mind. Never mind. Little monkey droppings, right? Okay, I'm debating, do I want it on the leaf? And I'm going to just do it. Go for it on the leaf. Like that. Oh, right there is where I was thinking. Okay, now, I did have in class, people didn't want to use their embellishments. They thought the card was enough going on without all of the embellishments on it. And that's, you guys, it's a personal preference. You'll never hurt my feelings if you change the cards or don't do something the way I did it. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I want you guys to be 100% happy with what you're making and feel good about the process of making them. And that you can look at the card and say, I made that. And that's what we have, a little George of the Jungle here flying around the sky. And here's his buddy on the inside. So we did it, you guys. We made, oh man, it's just 8 o'clock. We did 3 cards. We had class. We talked a lot. We got her done. And we're going to clean up this little piggy pie mess here. Put my little potion bottle where I won't see it anymore. All right. So now it was my mail and my magic question, right? What's your favorite one? Sharon says she loves all 3. Donna says she loves all 3. That's good. Yay, you guys like them. That's awesome. Oh, we had a really hard time with this, deciding. I think what people said for me for in-person, that if they're all three so different is what everybody said, so that it was hard to just pick. I think people picked this one. If I had they liked the plant one the best. But so what we try to do with the monthly class, for those that are new to me, the monthly class always features 3 different stamp sets. They could be bundles or not, but we do 3 different stamp sets to give versatility, to show different things. So we had the little monkey, this was the Brood for You, and then this one was Sending Smiles mixed with Texture Floral mixed with the bottle. So it was really a lot going on with that one. So for the monthly class for next month, man, what did we pick? In case you guys are wondering, we don't have them made yet. If you're ever wondering about what we use for when we pick, I always in my event here. So like if we go ahead to July and we pull up the monthly class, which is right there, we're using So Refreshing, Seasonal Branch, and that might be Seasonal Branches, but Seasonal Branch and Darling Details. So those are the 3 sets we're going to be featuring in next month's monthly class. So in case any of that interests you, we try to design the cards in a way that you don't have to have the stamp set like this. We try to tell you what else could you use instead of the beer if you don't have it. If you don't have the monkey face, again, you could draw in the face. Lynn likes the monkey in the bottle, plant the best. Good. Georgia the jungle is so cute, Hildy says. Great. Yay. Such different. Yes, Lori, exactly. That's what they said yesterday in class too. Such different cards. Laura likes the beer one. Yay. Tyler loves the beer one too, you guys. All right. So I think I got my stamps all clean. All right. I'm going to pull in. I need the book to do the drawing. Oh, you got a helper.
Yeah, I do.
Yay. I need the book to do a door prize drawing. Okay, so you guys, I do a door prize drawing for those people who place an order to get the class for free, because I use your orders, I get host rewards, and I buy the products I need to do classes. And sometimes I overestimate at the end of a catalog, then I might have stuff left over, and then I give away prizes. It's been a little bit hard over the last few weeks, month, to get caught up on the prizes, but I have everybody's names documented, so I know who needs the prizes yet, but I still like to do it. So Francis Rodriguez, we're in monthly June, you're number 1. Karen Woods, you're number 2. Debbie Gast is 3. Jenna, you're number 4. Carla Lake, you'll be number 5. Linda Scott, you can be number 6. Sharon Land is 7. Karen Stagg, you can be number 8. Lynn Beasley, you're 9. Anna Carter, you're number 10. And Barbara Barco, you can be number 11. And Jill Butzine, you can be number 12. And that's it. Okay, so we're going to do a little drawing, and we will see who our lucky duck winner is. Let's get to random number generator. We'll flip this down, you guys, and we'll put in here 12. 12, and we'll hit the word generate, and then we'll see what number comes up. Number 12. Oh my goodness. Jill Butzine. Awesome sauce. Jill Butzine is currently in Michigan at the moment, helping a friend out. Jill, you are the lucky duck winner. Yay. Very cool. Awesome. So congratulations. The other thing that we are going to get caught up on now, so when you comment on the YouTube video, that is what helps us to pick winners for the cards. I know, I talked to Carissa, she's all ears. We're going to start working through the cards, you guys. It has been an amazingly awesome, busy January. If you guys have been watching or following me since then, it's like a wheel is spinning very, very fast, and I'm doing everything I can to keep up with it in a good way, right? I have a fastly spinning wheel. And one of the things that has fallen away from me is picking the winners. And so Carissa is going to help me do the drawings for the winners for the card classes. And we have, I think, a whole box right next to you, and we're going to work on that. So I think there's probably, 50 cards in there? Probably. And I think it goes back to sometime in February. Hi, baby. Sometime in February. You want to come up here and say hi? Come on, baby. Since February, we have cards that we need to go through. Hi. Everybody wants to see you, little man. Well, I don't know about everybody, but a lot of people. So, you guys, here's Bigger Tigger, in case you missed him. He's very sleepy. Let's go like that. And then he's like, I don't want to be on the camera, Mom. So, there he goes. On the backs of the chairs is what he likes. Okay, so we're going to be going through and drawing the winners for the cards. And so we're going to start announcing winners. That my goal is next week. Every class I'll do like probably 3 classes worth, and then that'll give us spreading out the love. And then we'll get caught back up so that every week we have 1 class that we're announcing. So you guys keep continuing to comment on the YouTube video, either in the live feed or if you're catching the replay. Either way, comment, we'll catch your names, and then we do the drawing of the winners, and then we send the cards out to those winners. And so I like to give out the cards that we make during the online class. So, what else? She's looking at me like, I don't know. Oh, you guys see Tigger's back there cleaning himself. All right, we did good, you guys. We got all 3 of our cards made. I do have a few people that want the kits. So Laura, Angelique, and Tyra. Angelique, I'm going to double check to make sure you're not already signed up. And Laura, we'll hold on to the card kits, I think, if you're okay with it, until we have the next thing shipping out, which is ink, paper, scissors, so that we can consolidate the shipment. So
Angelique is not on monthly.
she's not on the monthly. Okay, well, Carissa already looked. Angelique, you're not on the monthly. And so we'll hold your card kits here too until you have, I think, ink, paper, scissors shipping out next week. We'll consolidate it. So I'll be in touch with you guys on how much money to send for that. So he looks so much like Emmy. Yes, he does, Deb. He sure does. He is getting big, yes. For Bigger Tigger. Yep, he is getting bigger. So, and you guys don't forget about the Share, Create, Inspire. In case you missed that class yesterday, it was at 10 a.m. So you can go back and catch it. Unfortunately, my video system was full of capacity, and it cut the video out after about an hour, and so I had 12 minutes left. And so you guys will find that in a 2-part video. I asked Kelly to merge them together, and I think it might be too much work to merge them together, so you'll just have to watch the first video, and then the second one is just 12 more minutes, and it really shares the card that I made with you and shows off Jean Maxwell's card. So, oh, Sharon Land says, have a nice walk. You can walk in flip-flops, right? No. No, she doesn't want to. All right. Or not. So, all right, you guys. Well, I'm going to let you go. Chris and I are going to start plotting and strategizing our designing escapades for the next, not even 24 hours, probably like 20 hours, let's say. So we're going to try to get lots created for you guys so you can see what's coming up next month. So, all right, reach out if you need anything. I'm here to help you. I don't know if I need to tell you guys anything else, but I'm here to help if you need anything. Lots of love and sunshine and hugs and all the good stuff to you guys. It was great coming back for another good class with you. What's next? Monday, you guys. Let's Just Stamp is already written. The tutorial is being proofread, and I'll have it in your inboxes tomorrow. Yes, exciting stuff. All right, so I'll catch you guys on Monday for Let's Just Stamp at 1 o'clock. Here, he wants you guys to see him one more time. Come over here, baby. Yeah. There he is. There's my Bigger Tigger, you guys. He takes up the whole camera screen now. Says, Mom, don't say that. So, all right, you guys, we'll talk to you later. Have lots of fun for the rest of your week. We'll see you on Monday at 1. I'm going to count to 10, and in case it cuts out, you guys, then you cut the whole thing. But lots of love and hugs and sunshine to you guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4,